Yeah, you can start it.
And the logo.
We supposed
Alright,
to
I'm
defend.
starting it.
We supposed to
defend, but it's whatever, bro. Yeah, whatever,
No.
I guess.
Escargot, just switch it real fast.
Who's defending? Who's attacking?
Team Happy,
blue
left
team
side.
defending.
Blue team
Make it
defending.
to where blue is defending, so make orange attacking.
Okay, I changed it. Now can I start it?
Okay, start it up. Yep.
Yes.
You may start it.
I would have hit a commentary on this.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We have PPL Rainbow Six action here. I think it stands for Pro PS4 League. I might be wrong on that. It is, I believe, second week competition, first or second week competition here for PPL between Team Cuecos, who are attacking first here on Clubhouse, which, fun fact, Team Cuecos is Spanish for a derogatory term, which I will not be using on stream, versus Team Happy. Team Cuecos seems to be a relatively newer team. I'm not 100% sure on that side, but relatively new. I wouldn't say it's the strongest team. Neither of these teams are particularly outstanding, at least in terms of their performance, but they're both fairly solid. Team Happy on the other side, very well-established team. They've had a bunch of different names. They've gone from Team Happy to Team Happy 60s Crip to Team Happy Asian Patrol, which is what they are now, but they've always remained the same Team Happy, the same core couple players of G-Money, 10-Man, Kusanagi, and then I think Leroy's also been pretty consistent. The rest of their team has been, I'd say, a bit more of a revolving door than of talent. They are still a consistently well-performing team. I don't think that they're the best, but they're certainly a solid in terms of how they do. Bans on Clubhouse are pretty stereotypical for a strategic map. I would say that they're usually a Maverick and then a Kaid in response, and then the other two can be whatever, but these bans right here are a bit odd. You have a hard breach and a hard breach support ban by both teams. You have a Thatcher, which makes sense. Thatcher's a very helpful operator, a very powerful operator, but I would say in comparison with Maverick, he is less skillful, but on the other side of that coin, really, he has less of an impact. Sure, he can cover a bit more utility, but in exchange, he doesn't guarantee a wall. You still have to coordinate with your hard breach on that side. And Maverick, in comparison, he does take more time. He takes more skill, I'd say. But he can pretty much guarantee you a wall, assuming that he doesn't die. The other thing is that obviously he still has to coordinate with you know, a Sledge or a Zoph or an Ash or a Buck to get that soft wall open, but that's a lot easier than having to bring an entire operator whose primary utility is to get a wall open. Defensive bans are also, to say the least, odd, considering that you have, if you look at these bans, you have an Echo, which it could be helpful. It's just you don't see Echo a lot anymore, and his utility can't be cloaked any longer, so it doesn't really make sense to really have to bring an IQ for him or to really worry about him all that much unless it's in the very late game. And the other ban being Mira. That one makes more sense, but it's still not the best ban. I would have expected a Valkyrie in that spot. Valkyrie, a very powerful intel operator, and we're already seeing it in play by a kill by 10-Man, who's... no, that wasn't actually him, but that was Leroy sending out a Nitro, not even detonating it yet. I don't know what that's about. But I was about to say that the Mira ban, you do see Mira on occasion on this objective and on the basement site, but mainly she's brought on Jimbed. So it sort of makes sense. I just think that it's not exactly the best ban. If this was Oregon, I would agree more that this is a very good ban, but I think considering that it's Clubhouse, there are better options that are available. As you can see, Lure here getting some early shots in on a Polar Bear. The Iana there trying to work that hatch, trying to get something done here. Does not see, however, Leroy, who's just sitting there holding an angle, will now rotate away, but he's gotten some time waste. He's done his job, and that's what matters here. As you can see, though, on the other side of the building, on the other side of the objective, Caterpew? I think that's what I'm going to have to call him, because I have no clue what that name is. Helping to open up the wall with Alejo using 2 of his canisters there as the Maverick to get that wall open. That's what they really needed at this point, but it took them about half the round, and that's sort of the downside of Maverick, is that he is more time-consuming than pretty much any other hard reacher, assuming that there's, even if there is some sort of hard reach denial utility on that wall, it still likely takes less time than a Maverick for the most part. As you can see, Section falls in the hands of Flips. First kill of the game on the side of Team Happy here. We'll give them the mana advantage moving to the final minute, and there's 4 Mute Jammers right on top of each other for some reason. Caterpew trying to make a play happen here, does not spot Flips, just head glitching there for a double kill from the Mute of Team Happy. You can see 45 seconds left, getting a bit aggro here. 4v3, Low takes down Kusanagi, tries to bring him closer to even. Polar Bear will fall, however, at the hands of Flips for a 3k from him, up to just Alejo and Low. Low already with 1 kill on his belt here, looking for a second, potentially 30 seconds in the round for him to get something done. Alejo takes down Flips, will stop his momentum, prevents him from getting any more kills. Spotting Leroy as well, double kill from Low. 2v2 now, even number situation, but 20 seconds left in the round. And they still do not have a plant down. They need to get onto the objective, and they need to get a diffuser down immediately. Nitro going to go out there from the field by 10 men. Only lightly injures Alejo. 3k from Low, up to just Nipsey here. Is holding that red sightline that we've seen consistently in competitive through the past season, but will not be able to stop the plant from going down now. Alejo will fall at the hands of Nipsey. 1v1 now, post-plant situation. Low going to rotate out. Does end up swinging Raptor's window and takes down Nipsey. No other option for the Jaeger to move from Rafters to CC, thanks to that sightline not being a rotate. So as a result, the round will go in favor of, surprisingly enough, the attacking team of Team Cuecos. What's up, soldier? How you doing? To go over the past round there, 4v2 advantage thanks to Flips, who is still running Mute, getting a 3k, and then immediately throwing away 2 lives for a 2v2, and that Rafters sightline that we've seen pretty consistently on this map in the past season, and now into this season, ended up backfiring really on Team Happy, in that due to that he was unable to have another way really to get into CC. He could have obviously rotated red, but I don't think that would have been the best choice, considering that that's pretty much guaranteeing that the plant goes down. So it was just a not great spot for Team Happy once they ended up getting all of their, getting all their utility down, or not all their utility down, getting into a 2v2 situation, in that they had lost their 4v2. They had lost that very important man advantage simply because of over-aggression and a lack of awareness, I'd say.
5 seconds remaining. Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot post this in PPL because of the fact that I do not have access to staff promo or to live games, despite the fact that I am head of casting in that league. Do not ask me why. This does not make sense. Oddly enough, Team Happy, they, for 2 rounds now, have put all their meat jammers in one spot, which is absolutely a waste of utility, and they're bringing a Rook, probably for the 2.0, And I think he's better now once they reworked health. Now health is, instead of armor ratings affecting how much damage is dealt and just causing overall confusion, I think it's now 100, 120 for 3 armors and 110 for 2 armors. I might be wrong on that though. So I think he now provides a 30 health, 30 HP boost. I might be wrong on that though. As you can see, Leroy, who was trying to make some sort of impression on the Cuecos, is currently being hunted by seemingly got a few. He will rotate back to the objective. He's running Boss G. As you can see, Team Happy is not taking Team Cuecos very seriously currently. I mean, he is literally at 1 health and is running the Boss G. Kusanagi takes down low for the first kill of this round. Flips, however, will fall, and it's Polar Bear there. 4v3, Kusanagi gets a double kill now, and Polar Bear will trade his teammate out, but damage has been done. They lost somebody that got a 3k last round. Their current top frag, 4v2, Nipsey takes down Section. And now, again, the same spot here, relatively speaking, for the attacking team, just a different pairing of 2. And instead of low now, it's Gethard Pew, who will get his first kill here onto Nipsey. Graduating from Krispy Kreme dozen of donuts. I don't know why I phrased that so weirdly, to an order of McDonald's fries. It still has yet to push past that, really. As you can see, 45 seconds left in the round. Cueco is going to be trying to actually drone out the objective here. In a 3v2, pretty passive play here from Team Happy, but it's what they really need to do in order to win this, and that they just have to play this slow. They just have to hold a crossfire and play for trades and just wait this out. Kusanagi gonna end up losing a tiny bit of health there, I believe, from a frag grenade from Alejo. 20 seconds left, so they need to commit to this push. Hatch drop from Alejo, gonna try and actually frag out an area of the objective, sends it out and does not hit anybody, sadly. Will now just try and rush up red, but that's not a good idea. At the top of the stairs, he doesn't even notice is Kusanagi getting a 3k and killed by 10 man, closing out the round there on Catorpue. Pardon me. 1-1 now. These two teams have already tied themselves up. Been fine.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Alright, and now with their first round win here, Team Happy going to be now trying to get another win under their belt, obviously. This time on Basement, a completely different item machination than a top floor hold. As you can see, Exhibit A, killed by 10 and bringing to Kaid. Kaid, a very strong operator in terms of the fact that even though his utility is slower and he has less of it, his utility can cover more ground, and it's the only thing that can actually cover hatches, or can guaranteeably cover hatches, assuming that you put it within radius of the hatch.
5 seconds to go. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
The other thing is Flips here as the Pulse. Now normally Pulse would be playing Basement around Arsenal, near what I like to refer to as cages, this small area here. So that way he can get vertical onto Kitchen, because this is all soft floor. So even if Flips is unable to get a nitro kill on that, assuming that he's just there and they know that he's there, that is quite a bit of a scare, and certainly would discourage a team from really wanting to get into Kitchen and get settled into Kitchen, especially. So we'll have to see if Low and the rest of Cuecos realizes that and what they do in response. Now, as you can see, Leroy, again, bringing this Boss G Vigil here. I don't know why. It hasn't earned him a kill. I mean, he's only died once, obviously, but it hasn't even really earned him a kill. I don't think it's even gotten him any damage. I might be wrong on that, but I don't think it's gotten him anything really onto one of the members of Team Cuecos. And now, as you can see, obviously losing some Hibana pellets there, alas, to the Kite Electric Bomb, which they have no way to deal with, in case you haven't realized, because of the fact that, oh, surprisingly enough, they did manage to actually take down that claw. I thought it was not going to be opened, and now it will be. They have or do not have a way to get this hatch open, unless they find a way to take out that electric claw. Polar Bear going to get a double kill now. Looks for a third, but will be shut down by kill by 10 man. Over on the blue side, with a minute left, a 4v3 situation in favor of Team Cuecos, as well as Kitchen Hatch and Vertical. They are looking poised to get an execute down when they are prepared. Nipsey and Flips, the last two left. Flips will get one on dissection. Killed by 10 men, obviously picked off there by Alejo Catorpue. Taking down Flips, does trade his teammate on now to just Nipsey in a 1v3 situation. Catoru looking for a plant here. Don't know if Nipsey's gonna try and push that or not. He does end up spotting what I believe is actually Alejo over there on the other side of the rotation. But now, post-plant situation, needs to be cautious. There is no foothold there on that wall which he is firing through. Normally there would be, but nobody there, nobody made it, nobody really hold it. Does end up spotting Alejo, lowers him quite a bit, but is down to just a secondary pretty much at this point, and will be caught out by Catorpue, who will earn a round here for Team Cuecos and the lead once more in their favor.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Darn it. Somebody has sound bug on the side of Cuecos.
Seconds left. 5 seconds left. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Fourth round here, so we've already passed the halfway point in this half, the, I guess, quarter point. I don't know what you really want to call it here. And obviously, it's looking upwards for Team Cuecos, considering that they do actually have a one-round lead. Obviously, that could change very quickly, and I just realized that that's how it works. If you look at these health bars, each big bar represents 50, and then anything past that represents the additional health. So, for example, 10-man here, 120 health, because he's a 3-mart. That extra little bit there on Kusanagi's health bar is 110. And then Leroy, as a 3-speed, only has those 2 big health bars.
You won't hear a thing.
And then Nipsey there, for a teeny bit, was overhealed, so you could see that as well. And you can now see that on the side of Kusanagi, who now, thanks to that boost, has actually reached the maximum health. I think there's still a maximum, thank God. And oddly enough, this kitchen hatch once again going to be attempted to be opened, but this time there's no intel on that hatch. I don't believe Leroy's still going to manage to take out section though with a nitro. Well played from him, taking down the Maverick as well. Means that it's now going to be practically impossible to take down that Kite Electric Claw, which, if I remember correctly, is actually on that hatch. So really no way to get that hatch open without a well-timed frag grenade potentially, and maybe some luck in terms of getting that down past that. Nitro gonna go out, does seemingly lower a member of Team Cuecos a teeny bit. Might have been actually the sledge there of Catorpue taking a teeny bit of damage, but I do not know if that's gonna really affect the MO of Team Happy for the rest of this round. The fact that that kitchen hatch wasn't open this time around. It is actually available now, considering that that Nitro took down the Electro Claw. Bad decision, I'd say, from Flips. 5v3 10-man takes down Leroy. Will fall at the end of low. 10-man took down Polar Bear. Flips will trade his teammate out, and now the same situation as in the first 2 rounds here for Team Cuecos. 3v2. Catorpue will take down Kusanagi. The same 2 players as that second round. Will need to pick up 1 more kill to be at even numbers, but no, double kill from Flips. He will manage to capitalize on this opportunity granted to him by the attacking team. Alejo, the last one left. They know where he is. They're going to try and pincer him, it seems. At the very least, they're certainly putting pressure on him. In the final moments of this round, will push forward here. Does not notice the Kaid Nitro from 10-man, who will get the frag and the round for Team Happy. 2-2 now. Tied back up. And we're going to have to pause, because I think a member of Team Cuecos has a problem with audio. That last round was, again, a messy performance for Team Cuecos. It was like the first 2 rounds, except, again, a loss, similar to the second round, to be more precise. And Flips has just left for what I do not know. Alejo as well. I have no idea what's happening here. If Flips does not rejoin, I will be sad, to say the least. But anyways, last round they messed up in terms of not having protection on that Maverick. So after they took Moto Hatch, which, you know, they took Moto Hatch, which is good, they couldn't get anything past that. Which meant that even after the misplay there from Flips of nitroing that Kaid Claw off, they didn't really capitalize on that opportunity, which is what really allowed a lot easier of a round for the defending team of Team Happy, in that they only had really 1 or 2 ways to push at that point. They couldn't really rotate around to dirt. They couldn't take the kitchen hatch. They had Moto Hatch, so they could push main or blue, but it was just not really enough for them to get anything done, anything substantial done at least. Okay, so we are waiting for the other 2 to rejoin. In the meanwhile, if anybody has any questions, any reactions, we can bring them up. And okay, I am confused. I am very confused. I don't think that's right. That doesn't seem right. I think Alejo just joined the wrong team. So, I'm gonna be sad if we have to rehost, honestly. Please don't tell me we have to rehost. I swear. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry for the wait. We are going to try and get this show back on the road as soon as possible. Please tell me we don't have to rehost. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm terribly sorry again for this wait. We will try to get this resolved as quickly as possible. Dave. Hi, Dave. Yeah, this is fun. So apparently there's some sort of issue with the custom game. In that the Cuecos player tried to join, and they ended up joining on the side of the defending team, or currently defending team, of Team Happy. But in order to fix this, we have to have the Team Happy player, Flips, join first. And they are trying to get that done. LFT, what do you mean? I don't know what you mean, dude. Yes, our rehost would be faster. I think that's what we're gonna end up doing, to be honest. Because this is ridiculous. We're just gonna rehost, I think. Okay, great. I'm gonna have to pause it again. Okay, so we're rehosting. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I'm sorry for this inconvenience. Again, if you want to ask me any questions, related to the game or not, go ahead.
We don't know what the fuck happened to Flips.
Can I start it
Yeah.
again?
Yeah,
You
did
can
you set
start
the
it,
score
yeah.
and shit?
Yes.
Alright, cool.
Okay, go ahead.
It's
We're
gonna be
ready.
2-2. I might have messed up the locked sites, but it's not gonna be that big of a deal because I have everything else right.
Thank you so much, bro.
Okay,
No
that's
problem.
fine.
Alright, I'm starting it.
Best caster ever.
Let's go.
Best caster NA.
Into the thick of it. Ooh.
Okay, we did it. We're back. As you can see, G-Money has been subbed in for Flips because apparently Flips suffered a power outage. So, yeah. That is unfortunate, to say the least.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Stay clear of ADS line of fire. Stay clear of ADS line of fire. Test ready.
Ten seconds to go.
Pest out.
5 seconds left before insertion. Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Pest is ready. ADS deployed and ready to go. I don't see this zone.
Alright, the penultimate round. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just done with this match already. I will give it my all.
Hit a drone and hacked it. Reloading. Target out.
Anyways, back to CC here for Team Happy, and a different strategy, it appears. Section will be trying to use a frag grenade to get access to that wall, and it will succeed. They do manage to take down the Kaid Electroclaw, or Electroclaws, on the wall. 5v4, Leroy actually manages to take down Polar Bear with the Boss G. I didn't think that was gonna happen, to be honest.
Attackers have located a bomb.
4v4, Gatorpue will trade out Leroy, but the damage has been done. You lost a player to the Boss G. And that is an irreparable mark, I must say. And speaking of saying something, it seems that Team Cuecos is finally back on their footing here. He is making some good progress. They are in even numbers, which is unlike previous rounds where they've been pretty heavily outnumbered.
Impact.
3v4, Gatorpue will fall at the hands of Kusanagi. Or Gatorpue will actually frag Kusanagi, pardon me, I thought that it was the other way around. Alejo, however, will take down 10-man and get a double kill on the G-Money up to just Nipsey here. Below the objective, could potentially stop the plant, but needs to watch out for that Jackal of low swings, gets the headshot, and the round for Team Cuecos. 3-2 now. Back in the lead once more.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
On to the final round of this first half, and even though Team Happy can still go down, or go across, rather, to CC and Cash, they are 1-2 on that objective. They are 33% in terms of how successful they are, so I think it makes sense they are going to try this objective. I don't think it's gonna go well, though, to be honest, considering the fact that it is gym and bedroom. It is a tertiary site for most teams. Not all teams, but for most teams, it is not an objective
Attackers objective
that
is to
you really want to put a good amount of priority on, mainly because pretty much the fate of the entire site can be determined by getting this wall. And that all hinges on a single window. So in order for you to really control the match, you either have to hold CC window for a sizable portion of the round, or be very aggressive on bed or construction windows.
Deploying welcome mat. Kona station in place. Surya's powered up. Stepping into Gemini. I'm reloading. Ready to torch. Laser gate online. Razor wire in position. Deploying welcome mat.
Now, as you can see, the Maverick here section going to be trying to open up this wall. Does do the same Maverick trick as before. It is effective, as expected. We'll have to see if they can manage to push through that new wall that they have created. I think that they had actually just hit that with a reaching hammer. They, I think they just fragged out their own stuff. That might have just been Kusanagi, though, deciding to hit all that with a with an impact. Could be wrong here, as you can see. Polar Bear in position to potentially get a push started, not necessarily a plant. Kusanagi gonna try and take down that Selma, but the damage was done. As you can see now, that wall is open. So now there's really no more ways to anchor in bathroom, and as a result, a lot of the remaining play from the defending team is going to be in areas that can be pretty easily pincered. This is the downside of bringing this objective. Obviously, there is plenty of time for them to waste, and they are only down by one man right now, but it's still not all that great for them. As you can see, a swing gonna happen actually at the hands of the Aruni there of Leroy, moving his way up main stairs. I think he's a bit mindful of the fact that right behind him would be Polar Bear over in Logi. Does need to worry potentially about that Syria gate right next to him. Section will lose him out as well at the hands of that Frost. G-Money will fall there, as well as Polar Bear taking down kill by 10 man. Now it's a 1 versus all spot here for Nipsey. Low took down G-Money. All of his comrades have fallen here, up to just him. Gonna try and potentially swing onto Low, does take him down for 1v4. Spotting the sledge there of the Turkwe. Will look to potentially swing out on the CC window, but he is in a post-plant situation here. Needs to be cautious currently of how this is played. He does not have a whole lot of time. He has about 20 seconds here, and he still needs to get something done. He's just trying his best, but needs to make a play. He misses again with the M5, and Alejo makes him pay for it. That'll be a 4-2 split here in favor of Team Cuecos. And time for me to check my comments again, because it has been a while. Ojalá pierda Team Cuencos. Yo, long time no see. Hi, Smax. It's good to see you. Or Sir Nax, I guess, is another way to put it. Looking at the scoreboard at half. Obviously, this has been adjusted downwards pretty heavily due to the fact that we only had 2 rounds after this rehost. 1-1, 0-0-0, 4-3, 1-1-1. I changed my name to Simply Smacksuit. It's now Simply Cernax. I hit champ 2 lenses, and congrats. Congrats. But, anyways, another comment to make about that first half there, that attacking half of Team Cuecos, is that, although this has obviously changed, in their 2 attacking round wins, before the rehost, they ended up getting plants down both those rounds. So the fact that they've won 4 rounds and 3 of the 4 they've gotten a plant down is generally good. A lot of teams struggle to get the plant down, which, if you can get the diffuser down, if you can get that case on the ground in the objective and start defusing the bomb, it vastly, I almost said, I mixed gradually and vastly at the same time to make vastly. It vastly improves a team's chances of winning a round. And that instead of having to actually push on the objective, get frags, etc., they can just simply, you know, get on and hold an angle and just wait it out. Now, as you can see, Fuse in play. For the first time this season, I'm seeing Fuse. And he's new. He is a new Fuse. He can now bust through reinforced walls and hatches, which is kind of busted in my opinion. But it does take him a couple seconds to get through it, as you can see now. He's going to put one down, as you're watching here from Kusanagi. And it obviously will make a sound cue when it happens, as well as a visual cue. So you can obviously bandit trick it, or potentially kite trick it if you time it well enough. And it also will punch through that, so you could shoot it potentially then and deny it of more hockey pucks potentially. And if you look at these silhouettes here, it just seems that Team Happy is very, very mobile. They are consistently moving, consistently flowing. I don't know if they have a plan or not. They hopefully do. They seem to, considering that they're now looking for an execute, potentially. They are almost on the objective here. Just Smacks, no Cernax. I'm gonna still call you Cernax, you know that. Just saying. Good luck simulcasting. Thank you. Thank you. Three v 4s, 10 man will take out. I believe that would be. Good thought of pay. Kusanagi takes down Pulver's action, takes down Leroy and Kusanagi trades his teammate out. It's just 10 man here. Sorry for a sudden tone change. I was still trying to figure out some names here. It does not help that there is still that voice chat glitch, as you can see right back at Thodopoi's name there, the Jaeger. He is. It is somewhat masked by the fact that it seems that 10 man is still speaking, even though he is really not.
15 seconds remaining. 10 seconds to go. 5 seconds to go.
Five to 2 now, another round, seeded 2, Team Cuecos. They did surprisingly well there. They managed to play for time, they got the frags that they needed, they stopped that site push, especially on the construction side, by Team Happy, which was what they really needed to do, and so now they are at a very powerful position here. They're up by 3 rounds, and they are 1 round away from winning this. They're not 1 round away from winning this, 1 round away from match point. 2 rounds away from winning this. Pardon the correction there, but it is what is the accurate information here. So if they can win this next round, they're at match point. They put even more pressure here on Team Happy, and currently there's a lot of pressure on Team Happy. I mean, they had to sub in somebody very suddenly. They don't seem to have a lot of cohesion, communication. So I think that as a result of that subbing, that rehost, which obviously it's better than them doing a 4v5, but as a result of that substitution. I think that now they don't really know where to go from here, what to do from here. It just seems that they're very disjointed. I mean, if you look at their scoreboards here, their top frag is shared among 4 players, which, to begin with, isn't terrible, but it's not exactly a great sign. If 4 of your 5 players all have the highest amount of kills, and the kicker to that is that they all have 1 kill each. So it is just not good for them. Is this a best of 1? Yes, it is. Thankfully. I don't want this to be a best of 3. Anyways, instead of focusing on a room that you've already seen plenty of times, we're going to focus on some action that you probably haven't seen before. Team Cuenco is going to be trying to actually hold red. What? Why is the rotate in the middle? The ADSs make sense. The shield kind of makes sense. But why is the ADS in the rotate in the middle? They don't have a castle, and they're trying to extend into cash. They're not defending basement, which in and of itself isn't terrible. It's just not expected. As you can see, section here, not going to try and deny that wall, even though he could probably at least get in a teeny bit of damage. Nope, all he does is lower Nipsey by probably a quarter of his health. I really miss the quarter bars. I want those back already. I'm sorry to tell you all, but it is true. And now, as you can see, we'll be able to take down that castle there. Not that castle, that Selma. From Ace, the castle is still not present. Even though it was available, they do try to take down this mute jammer, but it is right between the walls, so they need to move over to the left here. If only the mute of section knew where that Ace was. That way you could actually take it out, but alas, they think it's on the other side. They are... This is a major misplay here from Team Happy in that they're about to give up on this wall, which they maverick tricked. Simply because there's a mute jammer on it. It's taking them an additional 30 seconds or so just because of that. Kusanagi falls there 4v4. Section takes down Leroy. I don't know why he was just running around the objective. I don't know why they allowed him to do that. 10-man will fall there at the hands of Alejo, rotating into Logi here. 3v3, Nipsey will take him down, actually trade him out. But at this point, 20 seconds left. I don't know if they're going to even be able to really afford to get that Maverick there of Nipsey back on the objective. And he can't unless he uses a frag grenade. He just got an opportunity thanks to that nitro there from Section. Polar Bear will lose some health there. Dead by G-Money, though, will fall at the hands of Polar Bear. Polar Bear going to actually revive himself. Takes a teeny bit of damage from afar from Nipsey, but too little, too late. And it will be 6-2 now for Team Cuecos. Ladies and gentlemen, the potential final round here for Team Cuecos and Team Happy in this matchup. It is 6-2.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
There is a 3-round advantage. 4-round advantage now for... Pardon me, for Team Cuecos. They are about to side sweep. If they win this, they side sweep and they win the game 7-2 with a 5-round map differential, which is very nice. As you can see, they're on quite a run. Hopefully I do not curse them.
10 seconds left.
You know that the caster curse exists. Hopefully it does not befall any of the teams that I cast for. I feel like it has a couple of times in the past. I just hope that it does not again. But in order for this to happen for Cuecos, they just simply need to take this last round seriously. You know, play it for real, play it smart. For Team Happy to win this, they really need to focus. They seem to just be everywhere, really. And while that can be good, it's not good in this case. In that they are... I mean, they brought down Kusanagi to revive health there. Just based off of miscoordinating. Just, they seem so disjointed. 4v5 low gets an easy first kill there on a Kusanagi. Obviously aided by the fact that he was at 20 health, so now he'll rotate back. Potentially eyeing another kill here as Polar Bear does take some damage. He will, however, headshot kill by 10 man. Looks for a potential second there onto Nipsey, but is unable to get that frag that they need at this point. As you can see, does end up spotting Polar Bear there. And now G-Money getting some work done here. Will fall at the hands of Katorpoy, crossfired by both him and Low. Bad positioning here for the attacking team. Match point, 2v4, Leroy gets 1 frags, gets 2 onto Cuecos, takes down Polar Bear and Alejo. Just poor aggression there from Team Cuecos. Didn't need to throw multiple kills, especially in such a short span, to Leroy. Now it's almost back to even numbers, and it will be stopped by Low. Does take down Leroy, trades his 2 teammates out, so technically that was a -1 trade, but still not great for them. Now, as you can see, Nipsey, the last one left. He'll try his best here to get the job done, to get some frags, to get this round, but it will not be easy, to say the least. He does not have any walls or hatches. He has, at most, 3 drones that he can't even control. He has all his utility, of course. He has 2 flashbangs. And he's outnumbered here. He has 45 seconds left. He does have the diffuser, thankfully. But he's going to have to deal with both a smoke with 2 smoke babes as well as Legion. So he really does need to be careful here. Narrowly misses spotting Katorpoy pushing up here. Section still on the objective. Low as well. Katorpoy gets the headshot onto Nipsey, and that'll be the round and the game. Team Cuecos 7-2 against Team Happy. What is going on? Yeah, this team is so confused. Exactly.
I feel like every
Everybody
time we
fucking
rehost, it's
completely
like
every
we get
time.
fucked over.
GG's.
It is
Complete
what it
rank.
is.
Yeah, I just feel like the rehost, we always get fucked over. Always that.
Whatever, bro. I don't care.
It's like the rehost causes the bad luck, and then we lose.
Oh,
Shit.
man.
The game.
Oh man.
Leroy, invite us. We complete some right.